So the President will make a special statement for the resumption of activity here today. Thanks for joining us. We are coming to you live from the main chambers of the Liberian Senate.
The President of the Senate, my distinguished colleagues, the Secretary of the Senate and Chamber staff, the President of the Senate Staff Association, distinguished guests, members of the Fourth Estate, fellow Liberians. Happy New Year. Welcome back from a well-spent holiday season and constituency break. The ability to commute freely to our various counties at this time of the year is a significant achievement by the government. We extend our thanks to the President for the vision to make our rules possible. On December 18, 2025, the Liberian Senate officially closed the second session of the 55th legislature. During that session, the Senate, through the various committees, achieved the following: total sittings, 59. Total legislation passed, 76. Ratifications, 9. Enactments, 64, as a direct result of our robust oversight agenda. Recently, at a gathering of chiefs, governors, and county officials, I made a commitment on behalf of the Senate to include for the first time appropriations for all county capitals and salaries for all county council members and operational funds for counties in the national budget. The commitment was honored by the legislature, and I thank you. We extend special recognition to the committees on foreign affairs and defense and security for their integral role in the process that led to Liberia's election as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. We appreciate the collaborative effort for our nation and once again congratulate Liberia on taking its seat a few days ago. Look forward to regular updates from these committees. A few weeks ago, both houses passed the Port Authority and Port Autonomy bills, having corrected the lines vetoed by the President. These bills result from our reform agenda focused on economic decentralization. We believe this action will spur development and economic growth in our 3 port cities, create jobs for thousands of Liberian citizens in those counties, and encourage those living congested Monrovia to relocate and benefit from these new opportunities once the bills are approved. Furthermore, to adhere to international best practices, the Port Authority Bill creates a regulatory body for all our sea and inland ports, including the National Port Authority, which is a port operator and not a regulator. We appreciate the public and media for their constructive debate on these bills, which is vital for our democracy and oversight responsibilities. And we thank the Senate for its commitment to this process. These are far-sighted and ambitious actions supporting our agenda for growth and development. Staff and administrative reforms. To our central administration and personal staffers, following engagements with your leadership, we committed to standardizing salaries. We have mandated the Secretary of the Senate to request the Civil Service Agency to conduct personnel and credential evaluations in collaboration with our teams under the Rules and Order and Administration ROA Committee. The recommendations will set the stage for effective standardization. We call upon the President of the Staff Association and all directors to cooperate when this process begins, as we work to achieve it before the next national budget is presented. We will remain engaged with your leadership on other matters. The Senate is also considering a review of the harmonization process that affected civil servants across all sectors to ensure just compensation for qualifications and work. We hereby mandate the Ways, Means, and Finance and Public Accounts Committee to begin this process immediately and brief us in 2 weeks. Capitol building renovation. The government of China remains committed to renovating the John Chimmer and the old building. The Committee on Foreign Affairs was mandated to work with the Foreign Ministry to expedite the process, and we have been asked to complete our feasibility study for consideration. We now mandate the ROA and Modernization Committees to work jointly with the corresponding House committees and the Ministry of Public Works to ensure the feasibility study is completed. The Speaker and I will be consulted throughout. Progress on other recommendations. I wish to inform you that we have made tremendous gains since 2024 February, when we requested the assistance of the General Auditing Commission to conduct a full system review and audit. The GSC latest report on the 174 recommendations shows that the Senate has fully and partially implemented 25 and 9 respectively. I am pleased to inform you that we have completed several of those recommendations in draft to only be validated by the plenary for submission. When completed, our implementation rating will increase just within 2 years of implementation of the findings and recommendations. I wish to forward to you several draft policy documents of corrective actions that fully address key findings and recommendations from the GSC validating the gains that we have made. Documents will be enclosed in your package. Complete HR draft policy. 1, performance management. 2, organizational diagnostics of the Senate Central Administration. A, workforce analysis, skill gap, retirement, organizational structure and secure filing system, staff orientation, and change management plan, job description, compensations and benefits, employee handbook covering all HR policy completed. Finance draft. Complete financial draft policies include petty cash management, fixed asset management, fuel distribution, funds disbursement. Senate organizational document include Senate Strategic Plan 2029 to 2025. As we return from recess, priority will be to launch the Strategic Plan 2025-2029, validate and operationalize HR and financial policies, finalize the compensation framework, institutionalize manuals. The committees on rules, order, and administration and modernization must play a vital role in moving these reforms forward. I want to thank the ECOWAS committee for the invitation to the opening of the ECOWAS session in Abuja. It was a great experience, and I'm grateful to Senator Edward Slow and the rest of the committee members. Today, January 12, 2025, opening session is in fulfillment of the Constitution of the Liberian and our rules on that note. We declare the third session of the 5th Senate of the Liberian Senate open. Before we have our seats, I would like to announce that the winner for our last session is the Chair on Rules, Order, and Administration and the committee. That is for good working relationship, excellent engagement, timely executions, hard work, and the support to the reform process. Thank you.
That was fair enough.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam.
So the pro tem have just
We'll now call
made a presentation.
for a special statement. Sorry. Thank you for the secretary address by the Honorable Jeremiah Banfone, President of the Senate and Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. Mr. President of the Senate. Thank you. The Honorable President pro tempore, the Liberian Senate, distinguished members of the Senate leadership, and other distinguished members of the Liberian Senate, Secretary, chamber officials, directors and staff of the Liberian Senate, our international partners and friends of Liberia, esteemed members of the folk estates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning and happy New Year. Today marks another chapter in our democratic journey as we open a legislative session and renew our collective pledge to advance the hope, dignity, and future of the Liberian people. I believe that this Senate stands as a pillar of national governance, a guardian of accountability, and the voice of the Liberian people. Through your deliberations, laws are shaped, oversight are strengthened, and the promise of our Constitution is kept alive. We open this third regular session of the Liberian Senate at a moment that will shape the course of our nation's democratic path. A moment that calls for courage over comfort, unity over division, and patriotism over partisanship. Honorable Senators, history will remember this respected chamber for its instrumental role in the passage of Liberia's first landmark national budget exceeding $1 billion United States dollars. For me, this was not just a financial milestone, it was a statement of national intent. A signal to our people and to the world that Liberia is ready to think bigger, act decisively, and achieve greater results. This achievement underscores the important role of this honorable body, not as representative of political parties alone, but also custodian of our national interest. It reminds us that progress follows, Liberia comes first. Honorable pro tem, distinguished senators, ladies and gentlemen, as we embark on this new session, I call on senators, irrespective of political alliance, to collaborate in the formulation of policies and laws that strengthen governance, deepen democracy. This moment, to commend the opposition for its constitutional role in holding the government accountable. A strong democracy requires scrutiny, vigilance, and dissent. However, accountability is most powerful when it is constructive, rooted in dialogue, evidence, policy-based, and love for country. Liberia gives nothing from politics of personal attacks, false allegations, and destructive rhetoric. Our people deserve better. Our democracy demands better. To us, members of the ruling party, our continued focus, discipline, and humanity. The true measure of leadership is not in promises made, but in deliverable achieved. Governance must be people-centered, result-driven, and responsive to the everyday realities of our citizens. Honorable Pro Tem, distinguished Senator, ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure all Liberians that His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia, remains fully committed to the complete execution of the arrest agenda, an agenda designed to transform lives, restore confidence in public institutions, and build a resilient economy that works for all. We acknowledge with honesty and humanity that job creation remains one of our greatest national challenges. But deliberate and sustained efforts are on the way. Through the full execution of this developmental national budget, our government is creating an enabling environment for both domestic and foreign investment, expanding access to reliable electricity, revitalizing full-scale agriculture, and strengthening infrastructure, and fostering the right condition for a vibrant private sector. Let it be known that these efforts are not overnight solutions, but they are necessary foundation for long-term prosperity. Honorable Senators, the Liberian people are watching. They are not asking for perfection. They are asking for sincerity, cooperation, and progress. They are not asking us to use, they are asking us to rise above politics as usual and govern with purpose. That this third regular session be remembered as a session of unity, maturity, and national reward. That the honor of our nation reflects that Liberia choose dialogue over division, service over self, and nation over party. Again, Happy New Year and God bless you.
Well, you just listened to
We're not call for board of
special statement by the Vice President
level
of
ground.
the Republic of Liberia and the
Fair
President
rules of administration.
the Chair on Rules, Orders, and Administration, and the County Senator, Senator Neville Brown, is now the Nation Spoon TV, coming to you live from the main chambers of the Liberian Senate with
Mr. Vice President,
the official resumption of legislative
Honorable
by
President Pro Tem of the Senate, distinguished colleagues, I want to thank God for the opening of the third session this morning. I want to thank all of you on behalf of the President Pro Tempore for being so committed to our constituents and for the good work that you are doing as was outlined in the message of the program. Honorable Vice President, we also want to thank you for your leadership. I want to thank all of our servers, our Senate servers, Chamber servers. I want to thank you for the hard work. On a personal note, as Chair on Rules for our administration, we'd like to thank the Pro Tem for the leadership and for the award this month. You have lifted up and Pro Tem in this public manner. We'd like to reassure you that I remain committed to you and to the Senate and to all my colleagues who serve on this committee. We say thank you. I want to record names, but I don't want to get in problem or never. So all members of the Rules Order Administration, please stand and I alone will give you a hand. Thank you. I want to thank our staffers back there, our guests, our visitors, former colleagues who have come to be with us today, all those of you that have contributed to this program, the protocol people, our members of the press, we want to say thank you. There's not much we can do without you, the members of the press. Thank you so much. God bless you. I spoke to him. All right. The Secretary of Senate had just asked me to give the announcements. Yes, we will continue to appreciate our choirs. The choirs have now reached the place we want them to be. They are going to be. They are going to be one of the best in this country. By way of announcements, on behalf of the President Pro Tempore, we want to announce that right after that, after the close of the session benediction, all senators will proceed in the Pro Tem's office whilst awaiting readiness for the reception out there. At the reception, the Pro Tem and the leadership are inviting all senators, all former senators. We serve your invitations, especially our staffers, our personal staffers, the choirs are also our staffers. All of you are staffers. The Pro Tem, at her decision, she wants the staffers and the Senate to sit together this afternoon and share whatever we have. It shows one thing: the unity of the Liberian Senate, the recognition of the importance as our staffers. Thank you so much. Last but not least, Your Excellency, the Pro Tem and the leadership of this Senate, the plenary, we are cordially inviting you as our leader at the reception. Thank you. God bless you.
Well, you just messaged the invitation and announcements. Well, folks, this is it.
So we'll now take the benediction from Archbishop Dr. Masada.
Gregory O.W. Coleman is about to address the media and the entire nation on 3 investigations involving sexual and child-related offenses. I hope you got all your gadgets set so that we can go over to the Inspector General of Police and for the update on these investigations. So we are welcome.
Thank you. Good morning to all, and happy and a prosperous new year to each and every one of us and everyone out there listening to this press briefing. Members of the press, fellow Liberians, the Liberian National Police has convened this briefing to provide a comprehensive, transparent, and evidence-based update on 3 separate but serious criminal investigations that have attracted significant public attention. These cases underscore the fundamental principles that guide the Liberian National Police. To go over them, we'll look at the protection of victims, especially children and other vulnerable persons, strict adherence to due process and presumption of innocence. 3, decisions driven by evidence, not public pressure, speculation, or social media narratives. I will address each case individually, outline the investigative steps taken, clarify the outcome reached, and this will be done based on facts and law. Case 1, we'll look at the J. Brian McGill case. That has been a long, ongoing investigation. The Liberian National Police conducted an extensive, multi-layered criminal investigation following a rape allegation involving a 14-year-old minor and Mr. J. Brian McGill. The key investigative actions taken included the following: GSM call data and cell site location analysis, independent GPS location verification, review of available CCTV footage, and full DNA analysis conducted through international forensic partners. The findings: the telecommunication and GPS data conclusively excluded Mr. McGill's presence at the alleged crime scene during the relevant time. CCTV footage did not support claims of his presence. The DNA forensic results, which have now been received, excludes Mr. McGill as a contributor to biological material recovered from the victim's clothing. While unidentified male DNA was detected, they were matched against Mr. Brian McGill's DNA and it came back without any connection. Based on the totality of digital forensic and physical evidence, the Liberian National Police exonerated Mr. Brian McGill from this investigation. However, I must emphasize, the investigation remains open and efforts are ongoing to identify the unknown DNA contributor. This case demonstrates that LNP will protect victims without sacrificing fairness, objectivity, or due process. It is our hope that the family of the victim will continue to cooperate with the police for us to work together and bring the perpetrator, who is still out there, to justice. The second case has to do with Mr. Peter Bonjala, following a formal complaint filed on January 5th, 2026 concerning repeated sexual abuse of a 16-year-old minor. The investigative findings, medical examination confirmed findings were consistent with sexual abuse. The victim provided detailed, time-specific accounts. Independent witnesses corroborated the victim's presence at the defendant's residence, and GSM forensic analysis placed the suspect within the vicinity of the crime scene during the relevant period under investigation. Statements provided by the defendant were materially contradicted by the witness and forensic evidence. Legal action based on probable cause. The Liberian National Police has formally charged Mr. Peter Bonjala with the following charges from the revised penal law, the revised penal code: rape, statutory rape, sodomy, chapter 14.70, gang rape, chapter 14.702, kidnapping, chapter 14.501. The defendant has been forwarded to court and the matter now lies before the judiciary. The accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The victim's identity has been fully protected by law. This case reflects LMP's commitment to swift, victim-centered, and evidence-based prosecution where facts support criminal charges. The third case has to do with Mr. Joseph Butler. If you all do remember, there was a video posted on social media of some children putting up some level of foul words, and it claimed the attention of the police and general public. As such, a swift investigation was launched, and Mr. Butler was arrested following the circulation of that harmful video on social media. Our key finding: the victims are the defendant's biological children, aged 5 and 6 years. The defendant admitted to producing and posting the video. Investigations confirmed that the content was harmful, degrading, and exploitative. The videos were created as a part of income generation through social media activity. Mr. Butler has been charged and subsequently forwarded to court. His charges include the following: subjecting children to harmful practices, Section 16.15 of the Children's Act of 2011, subjecting children to exploitation or abuse by a parent or service provider, Section 16.10 of the Children's Act of 2011, endangering the welfare of children, Section 16.4 of the Children's Act of 2011, and disseminating obscene materials, which comes from Chapter 18, Section 18.7 of the Penal Law of Liberia. The defendant is now before the court and is left with the court to make further decisions. Parental authority does not excuse exploitation, or social media is not a shield against accountability. Across these three cases, the Liberia National Police has acted independently, professionally, without fear or favor, and within strict conformity to the laws of the Republic of Liberia. We protect the victims, safeguard due process, resist misinformation, and allow the court's not public opinion to determine guilt or innocence. We urge the public and the media to rely on verified information released by the Liberia National Police, refrain from speculation, mis- and disinformation, or victim shaming, respect the integrity of ongoing judicial process. The Liberia National Police remains resolute in its duty to protect life, dignity, and the rule of law. In closing, I would like to thank the general driving public for the level of cooperation so far with law enforcement that we are experiencing while we go through this engineering process on the Tubman Boulevard. We're asking all road users to be responsible as those they see in the lane. It is very unfair and inconsiderate for those who would decide to use the opposite lane. Everybody's trying to get home. If we all stay in our lanes, we might get home a little slower, but we will definitely get home. You don't have one bit of right above anyone else who you see taking the time in the lane. It's irresponsible for anyone to get on the opposite lane, endanger yourself, endanger the lives of others, just to be able to rush. We're warning those who have put security devices on their vehicles that are not security related to remove them. The police have been instructed. We have continued to take them off, and will be more aggressive towards removing them. So you are advised to take your time, go back to the same phone, put in your car to remove it. We don't have the tools that you use to put it there, or we see you, we take it off. By whatever means possible, we remove it. Thank you.
With the updates being given, we now take questions. You will raise your hand kindly and then state your name and your institution, and you will be recognized. We take the first question.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Magia, and I report for Sky FM. I have three concerns quickly. My first concern has to do with the issue of the Solomon. It's alleged that that incident occurred December 2025. And from that date up to now, it is today the police come up with this update. It is because of public pressure that caused the police today to come up with this update. Secondly, on the issue of Mr. McGill, why is it that the Brian McGill case is taking this long to be concluded? Indeed, to that question, given a prolonged investigation, why should the public trust the police if there is an outcome of this way?
Okay. So, Michael, I think you just heard me say clearly here you should rely on the police as a source of information and not speculation. This issue was reported to the police on January 5th. So wherever you got that information about it happening in December, we are not aware of it. And listen, we don't run this department on social media. We don't even follow the pressure. Don't even think what you're doing, like even pressure. Everybody entitled to their free speech. They can say anything, they can write anything they want to write. It will not force us to do not put one bit of pressure on us to do anything outside of the confines of the law. We stay within the confines. We make sure when we stand up here, we have gathered sufficient information to inform the public. This is the right time. This is the best time that we can come up with something that is concrete to give to the public. People are out there making their own statements and stuff. This is the official remark as far as this particular issue is concerned. Look, these cases, I mean, they're not, when people are accused, we don't just go ahead and just rush and put things because of emotions and stuff. We have to do thorough investigation to present a factual and evidence-based case to court. The Brian McGill case, we exhausted every avenue that was available to us here in Liberia. And when it came to the last area that we think about to look into, which was the DNA component, the facility to do it did not exist here. It took us months and months engaging partners to ask for help until we finally got a connection with Rwanda. Even when we engaged with Rwanda, we had to go back and forth to establish a memorandum of understanding. So now the pathway is clear. Even the Brian McGill case now opens a pathway for us to have speedy access to these facilities. So going forward, definitely, I mean, it won't take us as long as the Brian McGill case took us. But I mean, this is the first time that we've been able to establish partnership with a forensic laboratory that's willing to take on our samples and do these analysis for us quickly. As I speak to you today, the clothing that was found on the victim in the Bondala case was carefully preserved. DNA samples are being collected from Mr. Jala. DNA samples collected from the victim. It's going to be on Ethiopian Air, probably as I speak. It's on its way right now to Rwanda for analysis as well. Thank you. Okay. And look, the public, I mean, we try to be as accountable and transparent as possible to build trust and legitimacy with the people. It's okay for people to believe that these things will just do in 2-3 hours. But no, it doesn't work like that. This is investigation. It takes time. You're accusing people. You have to make sure you do it and do it to the best of your ability. So we ask the public to remain calm, trust the process, and we will do what is right and what is best in the interest of the rule of law in this country. Thank you.
Okay, IG, my name is Mark Nkomfia, and I report for the local daily. I listened to you once upon a time that you condemned some musicians who use profane languages. And then there's this music that is popular right now in Liberia from Crystal and King Dennis. I've not heard the police say anything about it. You see that? No concern from you?
Well, I mean, that has not been brought to my attention, but listen, the angle from which I came, I engaged the last song was not to in any way interfere with artists' creativity. It was just from a point of reminding people of our own moral responsibility to society. If there is something out there that someone believes come to our attention, the investigators will look into it and see what is available on the law, what actions can be taken. But let me make it clear. I mean, our intervention is not meant to try to suppress anyone's creativity. It's just to make sure that we all respect each other in the society. And remember that we have young children who we want to see and make proper examples for the future. And it is everyone's responsibility to do so, to make sure that these young children pick up what is right, to support this nation for the future of March.
Okay, yeah, so my name is Watson Riches, and I report for the Verity newspaper. So my concern has to do with the minor, the 16-year-old minor. What is a health starter right now? Where is he currently?
The minor is in a very serious state. He is under medical care. The doctors are doing all they can to restore him to health. I ask that each and every one in your private time say a prayer for him, for his safety, for his health, and for more strength and mental strength as well to continue as we go through this case. Thank you.
One last one.
Can you follow up?
Yeah, you can do follow up, but let's take.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
just a follow up on that. It is alleged that two guys are on the run in the nation because how far away they are in search of those guys.
So we have not gotten the identity of the other two. It's the only person who can help us at this point in time is the accused, and as of yet the accused is still contradicting the accusation that's being investigated. So when the analysis is done on the victim's clothes, we will be watching to see how many DNA samples will be picked up from the clothes, and that will give us more information as per the victim's claim as well.
Yeah, Honorable RG and Hugh was more in a report for the informal and government. My concern has to do with the last time you were here at the Lincoln Prep briefing, you mentioned about the decision by the LNP to use Mr. Brian McGee case as an unprecedented case of conducting autopsy. And this time again, you are mentioning an autopsy concerning another high-profile official of government. Do we hope to see more of these autopsies being done holistically when it comes to ordinary citizens into rehabilitation?
Okay, so unfortunately, we did not get me right. I did not speak about anything about autopsy in the case. I spoke about doing further forensic investigation using DNA analysis. Like I said, the Brian McGill case opened a pathway of support for us to have access to be able to do more DNA analysis. So because this case, because we're looking out to partners, now we have a memorandum of understanding with the forensic. We have these kind of investigations to be done. It's not just because of him. It's not just because of high profile. These are things that are needed. So it's just a, I don't want to back your hand shot. These are things that you've got to have to support your evidence when you send it to court, so you have a strong case, and so that you're 100% sure that the person who you're accusing and putting before the court is definitely connected to the crime. So yes, we'll see more of this. Whenever we have issues as such, we try our best to be able to get further DNA analysis done. Thank you.
Yeah, I think okay. So thank you, RG. My name is Melvin Jackson, and I work for Spoon. So I'm concerned about the alleged Salome case. You are still be corrected. He said he's currently before the court. He was forwarded to court. My question is, did he admit it to the act before he been charged, and why is his process so speeded as compared to Brian McGill case?
Thank you. That's an excellent question. Mr. Jala denies the allegation, and during the investigation, the difference between this case and the Brian McGill case, everything that we did, I think you heard me list all the steps we took here in the Brian McGill case. Everything we did could not connect or put Mr. McGill on the scene of the crime. From the whole analysis of the CCTV footage, the GPS locator, the cell phone analysis, the geospatial data analysis, everything. Nothing put Mr. McGill anywhere near the alleged crime scene. In this case, we've been able to use the phone with the scene methods, the GPS locator, the phone record analysis and everything, and we've been able to put Mr. Jala within the vicinity of the crime. There are witnesses who have also put the suspect in Mr. Jala's residence. So this is completely different. So in this one, we have a probable cause to arrest. Like I said here, Mr. Jala is innocent until proven guilty. But the reason why he's charged because there's a probable cause to charge him at this point in time. That's the difference between the two cases. Thank you.
So with that, we call the press briefing to an end. Thanks for coming and Happy New Year.
Thank you all.